One of the things that we were interested in was to put together a collection of old cameras. We had gone through the old photographs, and now let's take a look at the cameras that we have here at the museum. Many of these cameras have been donated just for Salem Fest today by Al Righini. The rest of them the Historical Society owns. We have cameras that go back to about 1914. In 1914, Kodak was making what was familiarly known as a box camera. And these are box cameras. And they were called brownies. And a brownie camera was actually brown at one time. This one is also a Kodak brownie, a little bit newer. But the brownie Kodak camera was the kind that the average person would have. They put a roll of film inside, and you could close it up and take pictures by looking into a little window like this and pressing the shutter release. Very commonly used. Almost everybody who had a camera, that was the type that they used, and we have many different models. The other one was a little bit more sophisticated, called a bellows camera or a folding camera. This is also a Kodak, and this is for making a little bit better pictures, black and white of course, and you could take this, and it's called a folding camera because if I could figure out how to do it, this folds up. There we go.
There we go. Very compact.
Very compact. And this is supposed to go on one side. In the back, there's an interesting feature with these folding cameras. It's a little window. And the little window had a purpose of being able to mark the film so that you knew what you were taking a picture of. You could mark the date, you could mark the location. There used to be a stylus here. It's like having a nail. And you could write on the film, and when they developed the film, that writing would show up on the film, and you could have a date on the film. That's when the pictures were taken. We have several different kinds of folding cameras down below and over here. Now, later on, this is still pre-World War II. This is one that is starting to get a little sophisticated. This one happens to be Japanese, after World War II, a little after World War II, probably 1946 or 47. And talk about simplicity, this was the exact opposite of simplicity. It had all sorts of settings. It would take me half an hour to put all the settings in to make one picture, because you could set the speed, the aperture, and everything all by hand. Nothing was automatic. And it's used 35 millimeter film, one of the earliest 35 millimeter cameras. So that was common. And later on, things became more compact. And in here we have an example of the 110 camera that everybody had in the 50s, 1950s, and 60s. The other ones on the side are the early 8 millimeter moving cameras, and mechanical. The pictures that were made with these cameras, some of them in 1914, they were very crisp black and white pictures, and we have examples of those in the museum. Sometimes the lens systems were much better than even what we have today. So there you have it. We don't have any daguerreotype cameras or amber type cameras. Those are a little bit harder to come by, but we start at 1914 and work up to about 1960. In this corner, we have an example of the Polaroid number 95. I think that's the number, 95. And that is a 1947. That is the very first model of the Polaroid camera. That was the first one that they made for commercial use. In 1947, they made them between 1947 and 1953.